Welcome back to the video blog. Daniel Mezei is my name. Thanks again for watching. My hair was like out to here all weekend long. It was woofy and it was getting on my nerves, so I'm sorry I had to paste it back for all of my fans who like to see my hair in the afro style. The ADM afro. Anyway, so it's good to be back on the video blog. We haven't had one for a few days now, and that's because it's a combination of really tied down with client work and also just kind of not really good weather to get out and do video blogs. A little too wild on the heat. So the question I had for you today was, do you have a kind of a viewing schedule with your movies and videos? Do you have a reading schedule with the books that you have to read? Or do you just get to it whenever you get to it? Do you get to it kind of happenstance-wise? Do you get to it in a willy-nilly sort of a way? You know, one of the great things that we talked about several times on Facebook and other places is kind of setting yourself a quota, setting yourself a bit of a quota schedule to get things done and to kind of come up with a pretty ironclad schedule when you're supposed to complete the various tasks that you set for yourself. So I got a lot of people, I don't want to name any names, I got a lot of people on the book a week schedule. So you got to finish a book a week. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it's about. It doesn't have to be a business book and it doesn't have to be a novel. It just has to be a book. It can be any length you want. If you can polish off a 1,000-page book in a week, bravo, good for you. Sometimes I can do that, but I haven't done that in a while. I think 300 pages is a solid book. 350 pages, get through it in a week. You know, you spend every day doing it. Now there's different schedules. I mean, everybody has their style. I generally like to read over my morning coffee. Email is not the first thing that I check, neither is Facebook, nor is my phone, so I don't know what you do. I don't check my smartphone in the morning. Sit there, I read, have a coffee, have some breakfast, and then I get into my day like nice and easy. And it's also kind of a way of educating myself. My viewing schedule, especially now with TIFF, with Toronto International Film Festival coming up, and I usually catch about anywhere between 20 and 30 pictures during a film festival. And I can only do that because I keep a very rigid schedule, and because I'm generally very early in the morning at the venues, and I'm kind of doing the same thing at the venues that I'm doing in my office. So that means I'm having a coffee in the morning, and generally, you know, at the film festival there's a bunch of people kind of hanging around, so you just kind of hang around and you network and you talk, and that's how you kind of get around. That was a blue jay. Oh my goodness. A chickadee. So cool. You see that? Anyway, I thought I'd get that angle. So that's what I do when I'm at the film festival. And so I have a viewing schedule as well, you know, in the evenings. Generally I watch films and clips and things in the evenings, unless it's something that I have to do for work, so then I sit there and I watch it. But that's how I'm able to watch the number of movies as well. A lot of people have marveled or remarked on how I'm able to do that. And I'm able to do that because I set myself a very rigid schedule. And I can get into a whole video blog about the techniques that I employ in order to do that. But one of the very simple things you can do is shut your phone off. Shut your phone off, put it on silent, and stash it in another room or in a pocket or in a bag or something, and don't look at it. The phone's like a real big interrupter. And turn off those chat windows. Unless you use them for work and your clients need to reach you, turn them off. Turn them off or put them on some kind of a, I don't know, put them on a busy signal or something, because you got to get the work done. And when you watch movies or clips, shut off those devices also. Don't have those devices kind of bleeping and bugging you. All the notifiers, the email notifiers, bugs on my arm. Just get that stuff all shut off. So do you keep a schedule? And if you don't, why not? And if you don't keep a schedule, it's no surprise that you're not able to kind of finish off the things that you set yourself the goals to do for the week. So for those of you who are surprised by it, don't be. And for those of you who are wondering how I do it, well, that's how I do it. And it's just very simple. I set myself a quota, and I hit the number. And if you set yourself a quota, you'll hit the number too. And if you don't do that, well, you just won't finish off what you set out to do. And then you're not going to watch as many movies, and you won't read as many books, and you'll kind of be out, you know, knocking back a few and going, where did the time go? Don't let the time vampire suck your time blood. My name, Daniel Mezei, your PMD, producer of marketing and distribution. PMDforhire.com, wishing you and yours the very best of things.